So we were talking about the video that the Sandy Hook parents put out with the school shooting and how heart-wrenching it was. And if you haven't seen the video, go watch it, but have your heart ready, your heartstrings ready, because it is very sad. Like, I literally started crying when I saw it, because it is kids going, it's a back to school video, and they are literally taking their talking about how handy the stuff they are given for school, how handy it is, and it's going through a school shooting. And so I was saying that it's just really heart-wrenching, not just that our kids have to go to school and feel this way, but I'm thinking like the amount of stress and anxiety of going to school as a young person and being afraid every single day that there could possibly be a school shooter.
That you're gonna die.
Yeah, that you're gonna die. Like, the type of stress that Black people go through in America on a daily basis, white people are going through that too, this generation. And the effect that stress has on you, like, you are not going to be able to learn as well. You are not going to be able to retain information as well. And that not only affects this generation of kids in their health, like people who are under that level of stress, you have lots of, we know from studying the African American community that daily stress and anxiety and having high amounts of stress hormones in your body creates everything as you're growing up for upping your chance for diabetes, for high blood pressure, for heart disease, for preterm labor as you become an adult. And if kids can't learn as young people, where is that even going to put us in the global economy? Like, this generation of children, they are literally not going to have the mental capacity where they can compete in the global economy, because this don't happen in every country. This is an American thing. So it's not like, right, it's not like we can just say, oh, this generation worldwide. It is like such a huge concern health-wise for the kids of this generation. And that's like crazy. And Ayana was talking about Black kids. What? About Black kids that we used to go to school.
Oh yeah, like Black kids used to go to school to get away from, worrying about if they was gonna get shot. Like, now you worrying about if you're gonna get shot on your block, and now you're gonna worry about if you're gonna get shot in school. So it's like double the stress. Like, anywhere you go, you're not safe. You can't even drive in your car because you're gonna get pulled over by a cop and get shot. You can't go to the store because you think somebody gonna, come and do something to you. So like, you can't go anywhere. There's no safe place. Like, school is not even safe anymore. That's crazy.
That is, and I've heard like kids say before, like, the reason why they were studious when they grew up inside of a rough neighborhood is because that was their safe haven.
Yeah.
Right, but now school isn't even your safe haven, and I'm like thinking about it in a way very horrified and grateful. I have to say I'm grateful I don't have young kids in school right now.
Yeah, when I have a kid,
I know it's just a whole different environment. And I think the reason why I, as a American citizen, as somebody who really believe in how our laws and policies can help solve societal problems, is there really is nothing that's a clear-cut solution.
Yeah.
I honestly think like what they're proposing for gun laws and things like that, that's not a solution to school shootings. It's sort of kind of like dog pedaling. You're just like doing whatever you can. It's just going to prevent you from drowning, but it's not really going to solve you. It's not going to rescue you when you're in the middle of a pool or ocean. It's just dog paddling. Like, the gun laws that they're proposing are not what's going to change the shootings, because most of the kids who have committed school shootings got the guns from a parent who had them legally, who were storing them properly. And so making people do a background check and they pass it and they have a gun in their house is not going to.
Your kid's still gonna have access.
Right, the kid is going to have access, and I don't know. I personally don't believe in taking away all guns. I believe in the Second Amendment personally, but
Shoot 'em up.
I don't think every type of gun is appropriate for every person, but I don't believe in taking away guns. So it's just like such a hard thing. I think that we have to analyze really where we are ethically and morally as a country, because we didn't have this problem 50 years ago.
We didn't have this problem like 15 years ago.
This is very true.
When
This
I
is
was
very
in
true.
elementary school, like in middle school, like this was not a thing. Even high school, I never had to worry about this.
I know, this whole, so my heart goes out to parents who are dealing with this with their children. I was reading some of the comments underneath the video, and it talked about parents were mentioning that their kids were doing active shooter drills on the second day of school, and that's just like how you start your school year off in fear.
Like being in a war zone.
It is. It's like being in a war zone,
Like
and we're
really
supposed
being in a war zone.
and we're supposed to be in like one of the best country. We're supposedly a first world country, right? And our kids, their stress level and anxiety is going to be at a level of almost a third world country because of gun violence. And we have to figure out something. We really do. We have to do something about it, because we can't have a whole generation, lose a whole generation, not just from the gun violence, but the collateral health effects of gun violence. And that's our car talk.